Celestia has launched a new public testnet that they are calling mamo-1, designed to explore what high-throughput modular blockchains can really handle in practice. The network delivers 128 MB blocks every 6 seconds, translating to about 21.33 MB per second of permissionless throughput. This is more than 16 times the current throughput on Celestia's mainnet. The goal of mamo-1 is to simulate real-world validator setups, stress test the network under intense load, and validate protocol optimizations that could inform future mainnet upgrades. Now, this builds on lessons from the Mammoth Mini devnet, which reached 27 MB per second in more controlled conditions. However, unlike that devnet, mamo-1 is production-oriented, featuring a globally distributed validator set across Amsterdam, Paris, and Warsaw. At the center of this testnet is Vacuum, which is essentially Celestia's new protocol for high-efficiency data propagation. I think I may have covered this in previous videos, but basically, rather than pushing data to all peers, Vacuum uses a pool-based model, and nodes only request the data that they need, minimizing bandwidth usage. It also introduces validator availability certificates, which let validators signal what data they're holding, helping the network prioritize what gets shared and where. This testnet version of Vacuum focuses on the recovery phase, which is essentially what happens after a block is proposed. A key component here is the pool-based broadcast tree, which pipelines messages, distributes data across validators, and even reconstructs blocks from partial data using erasure coding. And so this is a more adaptive, resilient system for block propagation, one that avoids reliance on a single proposer and improves performance in degraded conditions. Developers can already deploy apps on mamo-1 and stress test their stack under realistic conditions. Whether it's rollups, games, or data-intensive applications, this testnet is built to push the limits and help prepare the path to Celestia's long-term goal of 1 GB blocks. Now, if you're interested in more technical details, I will link to them in the description of this video. Celestia published a blog post, and I believe they are hosting or have recently hosted a space to break down how mamo-1 works and what is to come next. That is all for TIA updates for today. Up until next time, goodbye.